there, this is a very quick tutorial on chaturanga and dandasana, which is a very popular pose and is also a posture pose that is used a lot in sun salutations or in flow classes where you do a lot of them. So it is very important to align your shoulders, to stabilize your shoulder joints in a way that you don't hurt your shoulders when you do these chaturangas. So first, I'm going to show a couple of don'ts, things that I have done or also witnessed in class a lot. Arm positions or alignments that can actually hurt your shoulders when you do chaturanga dandasana. So remember, this is stuff you shouldn't do. So we just imagine still that your hands are in good alignment. Yeah, so that meaning that the center of your hands are in line with the outside of your shoulders, your outer deltoids, and that your hands are facing straight forwards, fingers are spread, four corners are down, finger pads are grounding the floor. Then what I usually see sometimes, or also did, you come to chaturanga. In order to get the chest down, the elbows go past or beyond the wrist, and your students, or some of you, want to bow forward like this to come down to the floor. I'm just going to show you what happens to your neck when you are in this position. Yeah, so just notice the crunchiness of my neck. If this is even weight bearing and you do this many, many times, it's going to hurt your neck and your shoulders eventually. Then another one that I like to see or see many times is that the elbows go to the outside. Yeah, so the elbows bow outwards and you bow forward here again, and this will crunch the neck just the same way. And it's really hard to transition even from here into a cobra or whatever posture you're going to do afterwards. Good. And then the worst when it comes to the danger of hurting your rotator cuff muscles, about two of them here. Subscapularis or supraspinatus are the two muscles that can be hurt in this one. So you come forward, you bend your arms, but now you're rounding your shoulders, and your shoulders come below your elbows in this rounded position. I keep my knees down so I don't have too much weight in this misaligned posture. So this would be a posture when I'm upright in this position. So if you can see me here from the side, you can probably imagine that your body will not be happy with you if you do this many, many times, every week, 3 times a week. Eventually, you're going to start to weaken the rotator cuff muscles here in the front, and there is a possibility to tear. The good thing is that the same posture, though, can heal if something maybe has happened, if done in good alignment. So here we go. Here are a couple pointers and then a couple tricks how you can practice this. Again, your hands are shoulder width apart, center of the hands in line with your outer deltoids. You're going to ground the four corners of your hands evenly into the floor and press the finger pads into your mat. Then you take a deep breath in and lengthen your side body. And as you exhale, let the mid-back sink more down to the floor and pull your shoulder blades towards the midline. Good. So there is some stability on your back body. And push your hands strongly into the floor so that your shoulder blades are strongly connected through muscles to your ribcage. Pull your navel towards the spine for stability, not just to flatten your back. And then you're going to shift your weight forward so that your forearms stay perpendicular to the floor. And you keep shifting your weight forward. Keep squeezing your shoulder blades back so the head of the arm bones stay back as you slowly bend your arms until your shoulders are in line with your elbows. So this is the version with knees down. Shoulder blades back. Look down to the floor. Pull your navel towards the spine. Good. Sweet. So you can do this in front of a mirror if you don't have one. I like this version here with blocks. So the blocks will be here only for feedback. And of course, depends a little bit, of course, if the length of a block really aligns with the length of your upper arms. I have short arms. For me, it works fairly well. They're gonna be feedback for you on how far you can come down towards the floor. So hands right behind the blocks. Same position again. I'm going to keep the knees down for now so you can see, or you can pay attention more to your shoulders because it's not too hard. Take a deep breath in, lengthen your side body. Let the mid-back sink down towards the earth and pull your shoulder blades towards each other. Good. Then push your hands strongly into the floor to tone the muscles around the shoulder blades so they are stable on your rib cage. Pull your navel towards the spine and you come forward again. Good. Same action, but now again, only the blocks will be your feedback that you don't go too low. Now, I could go a little lower, but this is fine for my practice. And then you can do a couple push-ups. Going from plank to chaturanga, shoulder blades on the back, lower belly moves towards the spine. Good. And then if you like, hey, this is possible, let's see if you can try this straighter version. Low belly rises, shoulder blades move towards the spine, and you push your hands strongly into the floor. Shift your weight forward again, and bend your arms. Yeah, so this is a good version. So you have direct feedback from the blocks. Or, I like this one too. So this block will kind of stop you right here at your chest. So now depending on the length of your arms too, some of you may have to put the block in this position or this position. Of course, depends on the thickness of the block as well. Just for feedback, it does not replace all the actions you have to do within the posture. So here we go again. Place your hands in the right position. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Shoulder blades move towards each other. It engages the rhomboids. Push your hands into the floor. It engages serratus anterior. You'll see it on the picture here. Then you shift your weight forward. Navel moves towards the spine. And again, bend your arms. See how my forearms stay perpendicular, about forward, so that my belly lightly touches the block. But I could drop the shoulders. So keep the action of pulling your shoulder blades towards each other. And then you come back up. Now we can try it with straight legs if that was possible. Low belly in. Melt your heart. Push into the floor. Stabilize your shoulders. Shift your weight forward. And strengthen your entire body. Shift your weight forward. Bend your arms 90 degrees. Press back up. Lower your knees down. Okay, and one last. See if you now build enough, let's say, feedback in your own body with these blocks. We can do a whole chaturanga without any help of the blocks. You can keep your knees on the ground if you need to decrease the weight a little bit, which is totally fine, or straighten your legs. Take a deep breath in, lengthen. Soften your mid-back down to the earth. Engage the muscles between your shoulder blades by pulling your shoulder blades towards each other. Push into the floor. Possibly straighten your legs. Shift your weight forward. Shoulder blades move back so the head of the arm bones stay back, and you look straight down to the floor as you bend your arms. Straighten again and lower down. Sweet. And now I'm going to show you quickly at the end my favorite transition from chaturanga to cobra, where the shoulders actually never drop. They always stay back. It's extremely beneficial to heal shoulders or to prevent injury. To start in all fours. Side body long. Exhale. Shoulder blades towards the spine. And again, you want to create tone on your back body so you have more stability. Push your hands into the floor. More stability. Pull your navel towards your spine and straighten your legs. Or keep the knees down, you can choose. Shift your weight forward. Keep pulling your shoulder blades towards each other as you lower all the way down to the floor. Then I keep my head of the arm bones back the entire time. Then you can take the tops of the feet down and come on right up into cobra, and the shoulders never come down to the earth. You can lower back down, curl your toes back under, and press back to whichever posture your teacher may guide you to, or if you practice on your own, wherever you want to go from here. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Let me know. Send us an email or something comment if you have any more questions.